Yo, peace and blessings, everybody. Happy Saturday morning. I'm sorry, yeah, Saturday morning. I'm gonna get my days mixed up. Happy Saturday morning to you, Jerry Hassan, the Choose Enlightening Minds Enterprise, your social consultant. In a while, I had this thought in my mind about, people have a tendency to, you know what I'm saying? We in general, we have a tendency to get upset with people, right? Those we deal with, those who in our dynamic, those who we are intimate with, friends, family, so on, so forth, people in the workplace, people in the education building, whatever, right? And we put a lot of energy in trying to change or understand other people, why they do what they do, why they deal with us the way they do, and I think in understanding it, we sometimes take a position of feeling we can help them change or evolve from it. But more than anything, we have all the different grievances, we have all the different kind of complaints, but we still choose to deal with these individuals in the capacity that we deal with them. Under my observation and analysis, I would then say that that's the foolish approach to dealing with any social interaction or dynamic. To deal with it from that kind of position, the position of having all these disagreements, having all this disharmony to whatever level of degree, but still deal with it. So my conclusion to that is saying this here to you. You cannot change no one's you can't change the way a person treats you, the way they respond to you, the way they talk to you, their ability to be loyal, or their commitment level, and what that looks like, the way they love and how they love, the way they show their gratitude, consideration, the way anything you can think about in regards to the way someone deals with you, the way someone responds to you. Any type of example you can think about in your mind, you cannot change it. The only thing you can change is the way you deal with them. I strongly emphasize and suggest this perspective, this psychological tool, this perspective shift, is that when you find yourself dealing with someone and they're dealing with you in a way that you just can't do, it just doesn't do it for you. It's not conducive towards what you're trying to establish or have in whatever area of that social peace. Again, I don't care what circumstance that happens up under. I'm saying we all should have a goal in how we want to exist every day in our social settings. And if in these interactions you see that the way someone is dealing with you and the chemistry you have with the person, and just whatever, if it isn't conducive toward your goal, your short-term, your long-term goal, in that particular ideal, then why sit there and spend more and more mental and emotional energy trying to shape it into what you want when it isn't naturally that? There's a law in the 50th law, it's called the 50th law by Robert Greene. It's a hell of a book to talk about fear. I believe everybody, man, you should really, really, really get into this book. I don't care if you're on a street level, on a academic put yourself at. I mean, this book is a non-missile, and so uh, and it talks about basically people not being able to accept the present tense. People want the present to be something other than it is, and it reminded me of what Oprah had said. I don't know if she got it from that book or what, but that's the thing, man. We a lot of times we find ourselves so frustrated with people and situations and circumstances because we want it to be something that it isn't, and we try hard. We bend over backwards trying to shape it and mold it and shift it into what we want it to be instead of accepting it for what it is and then make a decision to either move forward with it or not. And I'm gonna tell you, anytime that you decide to move forward with your grievances, you got an issue or circumstance where you have all these different grievances and arguments or whatever, but you still choose to move forward. I'm telling you, man, that's why I say you cannot be a victim. You cannot be a victim when you participate. When you voluntarily participate in something, in the thing that you become so-called victimized by. When you voluntarily participate, and voluntary participation looks like this: you made a decision to stay instead of leave. No matter what leaving looks like, you made a decision to stay. So a lot of times people stay because they don't want to be uncomfortable, because they don't want to be alone. They don't want to sleep alone. They don't want to lose their job. They don't want to be ostracized or whatever the case may be. So people deal with certain companies of people because of what they fear losing or being without. So I re-emphasize, man. I re-emphasize it, can't emphasize enough. Stay committed to what makes you happy. You have to know what really makes you happy, one, which should be more than anything a peace of mind. And anything that doesn't give you a real established peace of mind and inner joy, then those things on personal levels, on social levels, whatever, you need to start working towards ridding yourself from it, because I know I am. For me, I'm not in a committed relationship with anyone. I'm not in any type of, I'm single because, not because I have to be, not by far, but because when I meet people and I deal with them on these different levels, things that are most valuable to me is where the incompatibilities are at, and I don't try to force it. I don't try to make it compatible. There's some incompatibilities. That don't mean we will always be incompatible. One day we may be. It doesn't even mean that the person is bad or ill or right or wrong or any of that. It don't mean none of that. What it means simply and plain that we're just incompatible in some areas. And sometimes those areas are core value areas. And that is when two people really can't fix or make it work, is when you differ in core value areas. Your fundamental things, the things that you will always be about. Stay committed to what makes you happy, man. Stop trying to shift and change people. Stop arguing with people. Stop trying to explain everything to a person to get them to switch up how they deal with you or how they are. When you see how a person is, accept it and make a decision. And I'm going to tell you, once you made a decision to move forward with it, man, you don't even have no grounds to complain. You don't have no right to complain no more. Because that is you voluntarily went forth and chose to deal with a tumultuous situation. So stop disturbing other people's peace, man. Peace of mind, your friends and so on, with stuff that you voluntarily participate in. I wouldn't care if it's your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your supervisor, whoever, man. Remove yourself from this situation, or at least you better start really actively working towards it. And a lot of times people don't do it because they don't want to sacrifice certain comforts. So whatever the reason is, you chose to be there. And when you choose to do something, you have no right to complain. Say, Lord, what makes you happy? Can't change nobody. You only can change how you deal with them and how you respond to them. You only can change the dynamic of you two's relationship. Some people you got to deal with from a distance, like from a distance, love them from a distance. Some people you only can see once in every now and then. Some people you only can deal with under social settings like out in clubs, lounges, or whatever. When y'all have some drinks, that's when y'all vibe the best. But that being said, man, I pray that you all are able to hear me, receive it, and utilize it. I don't claim to know it all, but I know what I know, and I do have a perspective. And I believe it's a very valid